Hey guys, welcome to my third test video. This time we're using kind of a fixed approach here with a sort of tripod. Once again, check out the video, check out the lighting and such like that, and show you something from my collection. In any case, like I said, a test video. Might remake this at some point when I get quote-unquote professional. In any case, what do we have here? This is an old Signal Corps aircraft receiver, radio receiver, BC-301. Don't know if you can see that on the tag there. But this is an early version of a marker beacon receiver. Military radio collectors, especially the ones that deal with aircraft sets, probably have seen the later war versions of this. There are a million different types, it seems. They're all around the BC-350, 360 area. They're a little smaller, but they're the same basic shape. They share the same shock mount and such like that. This is, I believe, the first one or the first kind that the Signal Corps adopted. BC-301. The contract, or the order rather, is from June 30, 1937. A marker beacon is early ILS, instrument landing systems. This was extremely crude. Basically, there would be a transmitter on the ground that would shoot up a signal in kind of a cone straight up. I believe they were 75 megahertz, and I think they still are 75 megahertz. I think the system is still in place. However, this 1937 version, it used the same technology, although obviously with tubes, and shot a cone straight up, and the idea was when your aircraft flew through the cone, you'd see a light go on. You'd know that you're flying over a specific area. This predated most any other navigation system, with the exception of just the plain old radio compass, where you would just tune into a station, get a bearing, and so forth. In any case, let's take a look at this extremely crude receiver. Let's open it up. There's only one screw left in this thing. I'll have to get replacements. Pull the screw out, put it to the side with the lock washer so I don't forget it. Pull it out. Not much to the thing, is there? One tube, one relay. That's all you need, really. On the front, binding posts, push type for the antenna. Little tuning mechanism, little door. This is the connector for the power and such like that. This, I think, is for tuning and testing. Just a 1/4-inch jack. What's inside? One tube. It's a VT70. VT70, of course, is basically a 6F7, old large pin type from the 30s. And there's also a sensitive relay. You can also see a tuned circuit right here. Pretty high frequency. So basically, if this thing sensed the signal, if it was strong enough, and go flying right over the cone of the transmitted cone, it was strong enough, it would throw this sensitive relay. You can see it's very, very little throw, very sensitive. That's it. Typical late 30s construction for the Signal Corps. Starting to get World War II modern, but still pretty old. Got the old style resistors. Everything is checked with red paint. Quality control. You have the big pin type connector that they loved in the 1930s. Not much to it. Looks like it got dropped at some point in its career. I'll have to straighten that out. The case, well, aluminum, that's about it. Uses the same shock mount. I think this is an FT161. Yes, FT161, a little dusty. It's the same shock mount that the more recent, if you will, marker beacon receivers, the ones that were used in World War II, used. So the shock mount is actually pretty common. I don't know if this is an original, but certainly the receiver is. Nice big capacitor there. Look at that, a modern elastic nut there. Haha, modern. Almost looks like there may have been a cover for this. I don't know. I've never seen another one of these. You see the later ones all the time, but this BC-301, it's the first time I've seen one. I've had this, I guess, for a few years. It's part of my collection. In any case, I don't believe I have a manual, so that's one thing I do have to find one day. And I'd like to find a manual or even the transmitter. I don't know what the transmitter is. Probably something around the BC-300 mark, somewhere around there, because the two things were fielded obviously simultaneously. No idea what the A1 means. Some squadron marking, I don't know. In any case, there we have it, a BC-301, early marker beacon, 1937. Rowland Corporation. Kind of a classic. Classic company, anyway. Okay. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.